As I was walked down that dark hallway to that conference room, I walked in the front door of this room. It was very dark and dusty, and the receptionist was so kind to me. She showed me the table, the seats, and said, "Please make yourself comfortable. I'm going to bring you some water." I said, "Thank you." And as the old fluorescent lights were flickering in the ceiling, trying to light up the room, I realized, my gosh, I've never seen so many filing cabinets in my life. They were black and brown, all different sizes and heights and depths, and filled with immensely important paperwork that had absolutely no value to the company. And yet, those cabinets, those filings, all that paperwork was a perfect reflection of that room and a perfect reflection of that old building, but an even more perfect reflection of where that company was today. You see, I was brought into this company and I was sitting down with all the owners and the key people to find out exactly why they were losing business and they were ready to shut their doors, but even more importantly, what I could do to bring change to help them. So as I sat down, we had a little casual introductions, a little bit of small talk, and I stood up to start doing my presentation. This young man comes running through the door with a cart with about 35 4-inch binders filled with paperwork. And one of the owners stood up so proud. He goes, "We put 6 years of financials together for you, Kent. And we know that after looking through every one of these binders for 3 days, we're going to be able to turn this company around." And I thanked them profusely. I said, I can't even imagine how much work it took and effort to put all these binders together. And thank you so much. And I promise we will look at it sometime over the next 3 days. But the problem is not that you don't know how to count money. The problem is you've lost your way and your culture is gone. And your grandfather, who started this company 65 years ago, had an idea to be great at what he did, to go from work to craft, to make the most incredible piece of equipment that he could, and most importantly, affect change in the agricultural industry that was monumental, not to make money, because he really cared about his industry and the people that worked with him. You've lost your way and your culture has to change. So one of the young employees that's very involved in the management said, "Well, Kent, we're ready to go out of business. Why are we talking about culture?" I said, "We have to change the culture. It's the only way you're going to be able to turn this company around." One of the old guys says, "Well, how are we going to do that?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to share some ideas with you, and it's all based on intentional stewardship." And this old guy stands up and he goes, "Intentional stewardship? That sounds like a bunch of fluffy stuff from Berkeley." And I said, "Well, I guarantee you it's fluffy, but it's not from Berkeley." So I sat down and said, "Look, we're going to sit down. I want this to be a casual conversation. I'm not lecturing to you." And we started talking about the importance of people and how people are the absolute greatest gift that we've been given. Not only the people themselves, but the relationships that we build with them, which is just what you were speaking about. And so we started talking about, well, where have we gone wrong? I said, "Look, when you're focusing on profit and loss, you're going to focus on profit and loss. Let's talk about all the people that are connected to this company. How about the most important people in the room, which are all the owners and all the key staff? How are you taking care of all yourselves?" Silence, crickets. "How are you taking care of your families?" "You're just like every other company in America. Here's work, here's family. Let's do this lovely tug of war, back and forth and back and forth. When I'm at work, I feel guilty because I should be with my family. When I'm with my family, I feel guilty because I'm supposed to be at work, or my employers or my owners are telling me I should be at work." Everything should be in perfect alignment so that there's no tug of war. Everything is all shared. And when you start focusing on people, and so I started talking about all the individuals, from their families to all of their employees. I said, of course people have to produce. Of course they need to make money for your company. Of course they need to draw the wagon down the road. But what can you do in their life to make sure that they're successful and they have a beautiful home and all their kids have an education and that they have a retirement or an exit program that makes sense? Or maybe they want to work till they die because they just love this company so much. And what about your clients and your customers? All these companies, well, we don't have the profit margin to do this. This is our profit ratio. This is this. We have one model in all the companies I own. How can we spoil the hell out of every client and every customer we have? That's our value system. That's our level of performance. We have to take care of our customers. We have to take care of our clients. They are our bread and butter. But we need to take care of them because we actually care about them. And it's not work at that point in time. And then vendors and suppliers, you talked about that a minute ago. Vendors and suppliers, I've heard this 100 times. Well, we're giving them all this business. They should bend over backwards to take care of us. Well, that's our vendors kill themselves taking care of us. Why? Because we help them be successful. We help them run their companies. We help them with all of their employees, their staff, their training. We help get them more business. Now, who do you think gets the first call or the first break when it's time to do business? It's us. That's not why we do it, but it's a result. So here's the big deal. People are the greatest gift that we've been given. So please take this ideology, take it to heart, and just move forward. People are the greatest gift that we've been given. So please embrace it, and let's make a change together.